Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy, healthy life with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Welcome to another episode of An Apple a Day. I'm your host, Jimmy Apple. How you doing today, my friend? You feeling good? You feeling strong? You feeling better than you did yesterday? Excellent. You can't ask for better than that. How are you making out with your medication? You taking your medication the way you're supposed to? You seeing your doctors? You doing your physical therapy? Excellent. You can't ask for better than that. Before we get started here, let me remind you, An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. Famousapple.com is the home site for this podcast, so if you get a minute, go over there, check it out. And while you're tripping around the web, make sure you check out famousapple.com/group. That's our Facebook page, our group page on Facebook. Go over there, check it out. Check out the questions being asked, questions being answered, people chatting, conversations being held, polls being answered. Maybe you go over there, make some new friends. Maybe you can answer some questions. Maybe you have a question you want to ask. Go over there, check it out. That's famousapple.com/group. It'll bring you to the Apple a Day page. It's Living with a Disability. Go over there, check it out. Got nothing to lose, right? And if you want to get a hold of me, you can write me at jimmy@famousapple.com. That's jimmy@famousapple.com or admin@famousapple.com. We got a good one for you today. I got an email from a listener who is concerned because people ask her to do things, and if she says no, they say to her, "What else do you have to do?" That's none of their business, but we're going to answer her. We're going to tell her what she can tell people. And also, with this COVID-19, what do you think is the best way to fight it? Do the states fight it individually, or are we better to have a united front and take it on as one unit? We're going to talk about that too. So sit back, relax, and let's get started here today. I received a letter from a listener, and this seems to be a recurring problem that people who don't have a disability don't understand why people with the disability may be home. They think that maybe they're getting over, or it's some sort of vacation, or they just don't understand. They think that, I don't know, that somehow they're getting away with something. But people that are home because of a disability, they're home because their disability doesn't allow them to go back to work. Their disability is that severe that if they did go back to work, they might hurt themselves even worse. Or their disability is that severe that it limits them. So people seem to think that, I don't know, that they're playing games, that they're getting over on them somehow. So in this case here, I'm not going to give the woman's real name. I'm going to call her Carol. Carol wrote me and said that a friend of hers calls her constantly and says, "Come with me here, come with me there." And Carol says, "No, I can't." And then her friend berates her for not wanting to come, to the point that finally Carol just gives in and goes. Not because she wants to, but because she feels guilty. Like this past time, Carol was feeling under the weather, and her friend calls her and says, "Come with me, I have to go pay a bill somewhere, and I need you to come sit in the car." And Carol says, "No, I can't." And the friend goes on, "Why not? What do you got to do? You're not doing anything." And Carol says, well, I don't feel up to it. Well, you can come in the car and not feel up to it in the car. What do you got to stay home for? Da-da-da-da-da. And Carol says, no, I can't come. And she says, well, you got nothing else to do. Number one, that's very insulting. That's extremely insulting to a person with a disability that's home. To say to him, well, you got nothing else to do. Who are you to be minding my time, to tell me what I have and what I don't have to do? Why? Because I'm home? Well, what I would say to your friend is, you have nothing else to do. Go find a parking spot. It's none of your business what I have to do or what I don't have to do. Now, I've had it said to me several times, what do you have to do? Come with me. I have a friend of mine that still to this day does it. What do you have to do? You don't have nothing to do. Come with me. That's none of your business. If I want to sit home and put my leg up and watch TV, that's none of your business. If I want to stay home, crawl back into bed and sleep, that's none of your business. If I'm going to the doctor, that's none of your business. I don't have to lie to you and say I'm doing anything. I just don't want to go. And that's what I'm telling you, Carol. You have to put your foot down and say, it's none of your business. I just don't want to go. And if they don't want to be your friend after that, well, they weren't your friend before that. If you have to worry that they're not going to be your friend because you don't want to go somewhere with them, then they weren't your friend before us. I mean, if you want to go or you want to help them out, by all means go. But you don't have to go every time they call you and say, come with me. You're not obligated. And it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's your friend, your parents, your brother, your sister, your spouse. You are not obligated simply because you're home. Now let's take this a step further, because I heard from someone a while back, and we were talking privately, about money. Now, if you're receiving Social Security and you're bringing money into the house and your spouse, not all of them, because I'm blessed with my wife. She definitely brings in more money than I do, but I bring in money through my Social Security. But I had one case where the husband was lording it over his spouse, saying, I pay for everything around here. Well, no matter what, if you're bringing in, whether it be Social Security or workers' comp insurance, you're still contributing to the house. No matter what, the other person has no right to lord it over you that they're bringing in more money. If you were working, 9 times out of 10, both parties aren't going to be bringing in the same amount of money. It's not a competition. You're both bringing in money to the house. And when you got married for richer or for poorer. I hate when there's that, I bring in this much money, so I had this much more power. That doesn't work in my book, but that's for another day. But Carol, like I said, you're not obligated because you're home to do anything. You do what you want. You're not less of a human being. If you want to help someone, and you can, and you want to, and you're willing, then by all means do it. But if you don't want to, you're not obligated. You're not less of a human being because you have a disability. I've said that a million times, a million different ways on this podcast. You're still a human being. You're not defined by your disability. You're home for a reason. The doctors made you stay home for a reason. Social Security disability agreed with your doctors. You're home for a reason. You're not home on vacation. You're not home because you want to be. You're home for a reason. Remember that. And don't let anyone make you think less of yourself because of that. Okay? Don't be defined by your disability. And don't let anyone else, like I said, mother, father, siblings, friends, neighbors, anybody, define you by your disability. All right? Let's move on here. COVID-19. If there's one thing COVID-19 is not, it is not political. COVID-19 is vile. It's disgusting. It's a killer disease. It's killed to date 535,000 people in this country. It's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It's not independent. It's not Martian. It's a killer disease. And all these people that are trying to make it a political thing, you know what? You're morons. You're stupid. You know, I am so sick and tired of the divide. The political divide. Forget the racial divide and forget the gender divide and everything else in this country. The political divide. You can't even come together on this. Something that's killing us. And you want to make it a political divide. It's the Democrats. No, it's the Republicans. You know what? I'm a card-carrying Republican. And I'm not going to blame the Democrats. I'm not blaming the Republicans. This is a vile, disgusting disease that we as a country have to come together as one unit and fight. United. We have to fight it. After it's all over, go back and kill each other for all I care. But we have to fight this united. It's not going to end any other way. There's nonsense now where Texas has turned around, this is a Republican state, has turned around and dropped the ban on masks, and they're going to open up 100%. How stupid can you be? And you got people out there like Tommy Lahren. Oh, yippee-yi-yay. Oh, this is great. And next will be Florida. And then they want Mississippi and Louisiana. You know what? We're never going to get a hold on this disease unless we stand united and fight it united. What has to happen is the country has to fight it all together at one time, one way. And I believe, honestly, that there should be one mandate that says, you know what, we should shut this country down for 30 days. 100% shut it down. You know, all this nonsense, what's an essential business, what's not an essential business. You know what's essential? Food and water. That's essential. So keep grocery stores open, keep the water departments open, keep the fire department open, keep the police department open. Shut down the restaurants. I am so sick and tired of hearing about restaurants. Oh, they're starving. They're going out of business. I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I don't care. I don't want to see anyone go out of business. But I am so sick and tired about hearing about the restaurants, how tough they have it. What about every other business in this country? The restaurants. I don't care. Forget about the restaurants. Forget about bowling alleys. Forget about bars. They're not essential businesses. They're not. Shut every business down that's not essential. The only essential businesses I see are transportation, which means the subway systems and the bus services. The gas stations are essential. The grocery stores are essential. Trucking is essential. And as I said, the police, the fire department, the water companies, the sewer departments, the sanitation departments. Keep them all open, up and running. The electric companies, keep them up and running. The rest of it, shut it down. Politicians, they're not needed. They only get in the way. Shut down the government. Keep a skeletal crew in the government. And no one else is getting paid, so there's no reason that Congress or the senators should be getting paid. So don't worry about deficits or anything like that. Shut it down for a month. Everybody wears the masks. And I'm worried about these shots too. there's minimal testing being done on it. That's up to each individual who's going to take the shot or not take the shot. But shut the whole country down for 30 days. Mandatory. Everybody wears a mask. Don't leave it up to each individual state. Mandatory. Close down our borders. Look at the people coming across the borders right now. That, I'll say, is political. Leave the borders shut. Leave the borders shut. Take care of who we have here right now. Don't take in any more. Let countries take care of their own people, but take care of who we have here right now. Each country take care of their own. But there's nonsense about inside of our own country, states lifting bans, other states making bans harder. Everybody on an equal playing field. That's what it has to be. And if it has to go to martial law for 30 days, then let it be. Let it be. But we have to fight this virus. We can't be playing games and one state doing what they want and the other state doing what they want. Everybody has to be on the same page. And I hope you agree with me. I truly hope you agree with me. This, the way it's going right now, it's never going to get solved. And I hope you can see that. If we don't fight it together, we're going to lose. If we don't stand united, we're going to lose. To say, just take off the masks and go about our business, we're going to lose. We're never going to cut the numbers down doing it like this. You know that. Please, we have to look at a way to fight this as a united country. We have to make a united stand. And what Texas has done, I find that ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I think Abbott should be removed from office. But that's my opinion. I'd really like to know what your opinion is on this. You can go to famousapple.com/groups and share your opinion on this. I don't know. Something has to be done. Let's move on here. I want to tell you, sometimes I just trip around the web looking around at different sites, checking out things, and every so often I just want to escape from reality. And I'll look at a couple of videos on YouTube, and I've come across this one YouTuber, and her name is SS Sniper Wolf. And let me tell you, usually you come across these videos that they're kind of stupid. But this SS Sniper Wolf, she's a young lady, she's probably late 20s, maybe 30. And this person has got to be one of the funniest people on YouTube. She is funny. She talks about everything on YouTube. And she's clean. She's funny. No dirty comments or anything like that. And she talks about everything of interest for people from 8 to 80. And I can't say enough good things about her. You can look her up. It's SS Sniper Wolf. It's SSSNIPERWOLF. You'll see by the amount of followers she has, she's not one of these people telling you how to dress, how to put on makeup, cursing, nothing like that. She's very clean about things and just funny, just very funny. And I enjoy it. I think I've probably seen most of her videos. She's got 2,000 out there. She puts out a new video every day. She's just very funny. So if you get a chance, check her out. All right, I want to thank you for coming by today, stopping by, and I want to remind you of one thing. No matter what, things can always be worse. No matter what, my friends. Right now, there's somebody somewhere wishing that they were in your position. So no matter what, things can always be worse. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. And you've been listening to An Apple a Day. My name is Jimmy Apple. And remember this, no matter what the problem, no matter what the disease, Laughter is always the best medicine. Take care, my friends.
Thanks for listening to An Apple a Day with Jimmy Apple, your gateway to a happy, healthy life. Join our community at www.famousapple.com. See you next time.